In the heat of August 1947, a new nation was born on the world map, Pakistan. It was a moment defined by both celebration and trepidation, a testament to the human will for self-determination. The partition of British India, a decision steeped in political and religious complexities, gave birth to this new nation, carved out as a separate homeland for Muslims. Key figures played instrumental roles in this historic event. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, a visionary leader, advocated passionately for this separate state. His eloquent speeches and unwavering resolve earned him the title of Quaid-e-Azam, or Great Leader. On the other side of the table was Lord Mountbatten, the last Viceroy of British India, whose task was to oversee this monumental transition. The creation of Pakistan was not a simple act of drawing a line on a map. It was a cataclysmic event that triggered one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Millions of Muslims, Hindus and Sikhs found themselves on the wrong side of the newly drawn borders. Their desperate journeys to reach the lands that were now their own were marked by unimaginable hardships. This mass migration was accompanied by a wave of violence that swept across the subcontinent. Communities that had coexisted for centuries were suddenly at each other's throats, their harmony shattered by the chaos of partition. It was a time of deep sorrow, a painful reminder of how divisive politics can rend the fabric of society. But amidst this turmoil, Pakistan was finding its feet. Its people, though battered and bruised, were filled with hope and determination. They began to build their new nation, brick by brick, with a spirit of resilience that continues to define them to this day. Thus, amidst joy and sorrow, Pakistan emerged as a sovereign nation. It was a birth forged in the crucible of conflict, a testament to the indomitable will of its people to create a nation they could call their own. The newborn nation faced a multitude of challenges. Pakistan, fresh from the throes of its birth, was grappling with issues of great magnitude. The resettlement of refugees was a significant concern. Millions of individuals displaced due to the partition were seeking safety and security within the borders of the newly formed nation. Simultaneously, the task of constitution-making loomed large. Crafting a constitution that would govern and guide such a diverse population was no mean feat. This was further complicated by the issue of power distribution between East and West Pakistan, two wings of the same country separated by 1,000 miles of foreign land. In the midst of these internal struggles, external conflict arose. The Indo-Pakistan War of 1947 over the princely state of Kashmir added another layer of complexity to the challenges faced by the fledgling nation. Despite the hurdles, Pakistan endeavored to build a strong foundation for itself. It was a time of struggle, but also of resilience and determination. The 1960s and 1970s were a turbulent period in Pakistan's history. As the nation grappled with its identity, the military under General Ayub Khan seized power in a coup, marking the onset of a decade-long military rule. Khan's era was marked by a significant shift in Pakistan's governance structure, replacing the parliamentary system with a presidential one. The promise of stability and progress initially won him public support, however. As the years wore on, his regime was accused of growing authoritarianism and suppression of political dissent. Meanwhile, trouble was brewing in East Pakistan. The Eastern Wing, despite being the more populous half of the country, felt marginalized and underrepresented. The discontent was fueled by economic disparities, political exclusion, and linguistic cultural differences. The spark that ignited the powder keg was the government's response to the devastating Bola cyclone in 1970, which the people of East Pakistan perceived as inadequate and indifferent. This led to the Bangladesh Liberation War in 1971, a bloody conflict that pitted the people of East Pakistan against the Pakistani military. The war was not just a fight for territory, it was a struggle for identity, for recognition, and for the right to self-determination. After 9 months of fierce fighting and immense human suffering, with support from India, the people of East Pakistan emerged victorious, leading to the creation of a new nation, Bangladesh. The separation of East Pakistan was a seismic event, sending shockwaves through the nation and the world. It was more than just a geographical division. It was a deep, painful wound in the national psyche of Pakistan. It marked the end of the dream of a united Muslim nation in the subcontinent. A dream that had been the driving force behind the creation of Pakistan. The loss of East Pakistan was a significant blow to the young nation. It was a stark reminder of the complexities and challenges of nation building, and the dangers of ignoring the voices and aspirations of the people. It served as a poignant lesson, one that continues to resonate in the annals of Pakistan's history. The late 20th century witnessed the struggle between military rule and democracy. This tug-of-war began with General Zia-ul-Haq's martial law in the late 70s. His regime was a time of strict Islamic laws and suppression of political dissent, but it also saw the initiation of some democratic processes. In the late 80s, a shift occurred. Benazir Bhutto, the first woman to head a democratic government in a Muslim-majority nation, took the reins. Her tenure, though punctuated by allegations of corruption, marked a significant step towards democracy. The 90s saw another key player emerge, Nawaz Sharif. His periods in office were marked by economic liberalization and attempts at peace with India, though they were also marred by political instability. Through these alternating periods of military and civilian rule, one thing remained constant: the resilience of the Pakistani people and their aspiration for democracy. Despite the challenges, the flame of democracy continues to flicker in Pakistan. As we step into the 21st century, Pakistan continues to grapple with numerous challenges and opportunities. The war on terror, initiated following the tragic events of September 11th, has heavily impacted the nation. Yet, it has also fostered a stronger resolve to combat extremism within its borders. Simultaneously, the strengthening of democratic institutions has been a beacon of hope. Despite periods of instability, the commitment to democracy is evident in the regular, peaceful transitions of power. Economically, the 21st century has seen significant growth for Pakistan. Investments in infrastructure, technology, and education are driving progress, despite the hurdles of corruption and inequality. Yet the spirit of resilience continues to shape Pakistan's journey. The people's unwavering courage in the face of adversity, their relentless pursuit of a better future, and their unyielding faith in the potential of their nation are what define this country. The journey of Pakistan, while fraught with challenges, is also filled with resilience and hope.